Hey folks, it's Ben. We're here with our 1989 Ford Probe GT parts car. That's the one with the 1990 nose on it, but it is actually an 89. It's got the 2.2 liter turbo intercooled awesomeness here, and we're going to do an oil change video. If you recall in our prior video, we put some seafoam down the old yak right there, and we got rid of our tick, so we were winning there. But now we should probably just change the oil. So we're going to be using a 10W30. Let me show you what we're going to use. These tools also kind of walk us through the process, but we're going to need a 19mm wrench or an adjustable wrench to remove the oil plug from the oil pan, and we're going to need an oil pan to catch that oil. So it's just a plastic with a convenient pour out jug when we go to recycle our oil. We're going to need a filter wrench. In this case, you can buy ones that fit over the end of the filter. This one's too big though, and I don't have a smaller one, but this fits most sizes. So we'll use a filter wrench to get the old one off, a new filter to replace the old one. We're going to be using 10W30. Now this car here isn't really used to any extreme at all, so we're going to use conventional oil. But honestly, with cars with turbos, you're going to want a synthetic oil, 100% all the way. Just because that turbo gets hot and you want that oil to live its best life. We're going to need an oil funnel to refill. We're going to need one paper towel to wipe down our surfaces, like where we put the plug back or where we put the filter back. And we're going to need another piece of paper towel when we actually check the oil level. We'll need to wipe it, check it, and wipe it again, check it again once we run it for a little bit here. And I brought along a second oil pan, just because I think I recall that where the oil comes out of the hole and where the oil comes out from the oil filter are a little bit farther apart than I like them to be, so we'll actually set up two pans there. If you had a big enough pan, or if you stop, drain the oil out, put the plug back in, and then move this, you could totally get away with one pan. But these are the tools that we'll need to complete our oil change. This would probably be actually the hardest part of our oil change, and that's jacking the car up. If you're not confident or overly sure about jacking the car up and actually working under it, this would probably be, like I said, the limiting factor. In this case, we've used the jack, and then we've got some jack stands holding it under the subframe assembly here, so I feel pretty confident that it's not going to go anywhere. I noticed that somebody had gone ahead and pre-loosened this bolt for me. So this 19mm drain pan, so we're just going to go ahead and turn it like so. It's fairly large. In GM land, it's just typically a bolt, but this one actually seems to have a washer on it and such, and that is fairly typical for probes. The other probe we have is exactly the same way. And I'm going to push in, and out the oil is going to come. Now this stuff's going to be fairly runny for 10W30, mostly because it does have that cleaner in it, which was a little bit of extra. So. And if you want, use nylon gloves as well. I just happened to think I wouldn't spill it all over myself, but I did anyway. But you can do that as well. We're gonna let that drain out. We've wiped off our plug here, so it's nice and clean. I'll actually take it to the bench and clean it a little more just in case, but let's go ahead and move back to the filter. Here's a little tidbit, or a little bit of something you can do, is pre-charge or pre-fill your oil filter. Now, this is a MotoMaster, honestly, the cheapest filter I could find. This car isn't exactly the forever car I wish it to be. So it's a filter, and then you can take your oil right out of the new jug here, this 10W30, and just pre-fill it, which just means, now this car, A, the filter is small, and B, we're actually going to put it in horizontally. That means it's not going to be up and down, it's actually going to be left and right. So I'm not going to go too crazy filling it, but typically when you have a large oil filter and it's up and down, you can fill it right up and then put it on. Like I said, in this case, because, in fact, that's probably lots. We're putting it on sideways. We're going to be quick about it, but putting that oil just saves you half a second, not a lot, but keeps the engine from having to wait too long for the oil to actually come and say hello. So, and we're going to dip our finger in and wipe this oil around the ring. That's going to make sure that when we do seat, we can turn it that 1/2 to 3/4 turn. Now our oil filter is actually on the back of the motor. So to give you perspective as to where we are, I'm actually, right now, we're just beside the passenger front tire. So this is actually the CV axle that comes to the middle of that tire there. And in the back of the motor, as you can see, it's gonna be super hard to reach because the subframe's right here. So I'm almost thinking my best route's this route, is there's our oil filter. Now why I like to go this way is I don't want it to come down and drip on me. So it's gonna make for bad video footage. So let me see if I can move my camera, but that's where it is. That's what we're replacing. That's what we're gonna take this little oil wrench and wrap around and take it off. And hopefully the oil will go straight down and not onto me, and we can throw the new one in here. I'm not sure how well that camera sets up for you, but it's set up pretty good for me. So So I'm going to reach through this hole. We actually only needed to use the one drip pan. Looks like the drain hole and the filter are right on top of each other. And I'm going to slip my wrench on the end here and slick it this way so I can give it a little bit of a pull this way. Hopefully it's not on super duper tight. Somehow I got it flipped it around here. With our other oil filter ready to go, let's just wipe this off. So we know we have a nice mounting surface, even if it's a little dirty. Grab our new oil filter. See why I didn't want to quite fill it up all the way. See if I can navigate the dirt hole here we call the suspension. The starter. That's not the starter. And hand start it. There we go. So now once you get it to sit, we want to go about a half to a quarter of three-quarters of a turn. So that's a little bit there now. Let me grab my wrench and see if we can tighten it up a little bit. This clamp-on's just even a little too small for this thing. Or too big, I should say. And hopefully we can give it a good college try. That's probably good enough. So there's our oil filter. Let's put our oil plug back in. 10 minutes, it's still dripping quite a bit, so let's just go ahead and wipe that off so we can get a nice clean surface here. And hand start our drain plug. Nice thing about these is they're usually always clean because they're well lubricated. And then we'll take our 19 and kind of give it a good snug. It's got a plastic washer on it, so we definitely want to... Is that the right way? Nope, it's not. That's the way we want to go. So that's snug down tight. Let's go ahead and lower the car and let's put some oil in it. Sweet, we got the hard stuff done. That was the easy stuff. So our oil fills right on top of the valve cover here. Set that aside, put our funnel in because I don't want to make a mess. I'm going to go ahead and pull the dipstick and wipe it off anyway. Just because it's here and I'm going to have to wipe it anyway because. Let's go ahead, I'm going to drop 4 quarts in. I can't quite remember the capacity, but it's either 4 to 4.5. Probably better than this motor deserves, but until it actually bites the bullet on me, we're going to give it some love. Every motor likes a little love. So that is probably just under 4. Just a little over 4, something like that. Let's pull the stick. Wipe it clean. We show no level. Stick it in there, push it down all the way, pull it back out. And we are at the dead middle. So I'm gonna give it another shot and then I will be good on that side of it. And we'll give the car a start to fill up that oil filter. And then we'll be good. So I'd say about 4.5, all said and done, would be a fine amount of oil. 4.5 quarts, 4.5 liters, close enough for both. Bring you inside the cluster here. Let's put the clutch in. Hopefully the car doesn't go anywhere. Neutral. Voltage on. Batteries in. No fuel. Let's see if we have some fuel pressure, oil pressure. There it goes. So mission accomplished on that aspect of it. It goes all the way to N. Sweet, let's go ahead and turn her down and check the front. One more check of our oil level. Pull the dipstick out, not on a tripod, so you'll have to bear with me here. Dry that stick out so it's nice and dry. You can kind of guess where we're going. See the hole down there? Just kind of shoot it down. Pull it back up. Right on. Lots of oil. So that's how you change the oil in your 1989, probably your 1990, and your 1991 Ford Probe with the 2.2 liter. I could leave it at 2.2 liter, but also the turbo. If you have any questions, ask them. If you have any comments, ask them as well, or say them as well. And subscribe to my channel, Turbo231, for more exciting Ford Probe videos and other cool car videos and things like that. And you folks have a good day. When am I going to leave for an outro? I guess I could start this thing up for you again. Sure. Oil pressure.